Welcome back, everyone, to the Call of Duty U.S. Championship here at Full Sail University. There you see America's favorite gamer, Nate Shot, and, of course, one of my personal favorites, TP.
Oh, gotta love TP.
He's a tank.
He's awesome.
TP the tank.
You know, TP the tank. Love it.
Here's a fun fact for you guys back at home. The first time me and Ben casted a game together was OpTic Complexity at Call of Duty Championship.
Yeah, that was this time last year, and that
kind of like an anniversary.
It went to a Game 5 as well, so if this goes, I may tear her up. And
I'm going to give you $1 as an anniversary gift.
You are so cheap.
That's all I have, honestly. I mean, you're lucky you're even getting $1.
I expect more than that.
I could have given you like a coin. You know, like I know you really want the like a quarter, an American quarter.
That's so useful for me.
It really is, because you know the currency definitely translates
those
well.
quarters,
of course, guys, we have a great matchup here with OpTic and Complexity. Now, you know, when you talk about the first team, Complexity, I mean, it goes without a doubt that they are one of the greatest teams to touch the sticks when it comes to competitive Call of Duty.
Without a doubt.
And there you see Crim6, also known as the Crim Bot. Dude's a machine, looking to really bring it here in this particular matchup. But let's go ahead and take a look at Complexity. Of course, you have Aches, TP, Crim6, and Karma. And, you know, for me, Aches has always been such an important factor of this team, the team captain, a very outspoken individual. People are, you know, always kind of against that, if you say so, but, you know, it's whatever. This guy, TP, keeps Aches in check, but also is the glue of this team. Always been a fan of TP and what he brings for Complexity. And then Crim6, like we said before, a guy who's made the transition from multiple games. His first tournament was MLG Dallas, where he shocked a lot of people, playing very, very well. But then, of course, you got Karma, one of the best slayers in competitive Call of Duty, if not the best.
He's so good, and you look at that whole lineup, and you just it's become so simple as to why they've been so dominant across the board. I mean, well, what's the record now? Is it 8 out of 9 events? I think out of the last 8 out of the last 9 events, I think Complexity have come out on top. I kind of losing count, to be completely honest. They have won that much, but this is going to be the first real test. You know, they've been knocked down into the losers bracket. How are they going to cope? Playing against OpTic Gaming, not going to be an easy game.
That's right. Speaking of OpTic Gaming, Ben, why don't you run us through the roster? We all know and love them, but you know, talk to us a little bit about OpTic Gaming.
So this OpTic Gaming lineup, so good. Obviously, you have Nadeshot, you have Scump, the Ginger Ninja, Clayster, and Embos. Such a lethal green wall. And obviously, there's Nadeshot on your screen from Chicago. Been playing since obviously Call of Duty 4. Very, very talented player, obviously renowned for being a fantastic YouTuber as well. Scumpy, the Ginger Ninja, the SMG Slayer. How many times have we seen Scumpy just go off when he needs to? Such a hype player, and to be honest, this is one of those events where he needs to step up. Clayster as well. You speak about hype, you put Clayster, you put Scump together, that becomes just a lethal duo of hype, and you can just see in the video clips, that's what Clayster's known for, getting himself pumped up. Then you add Embos to this team as well. Such a fantastic search and destroy player in my mind. Very, very intelligent. His objective work, you know, when you pair that with nade shots, is just lethal.
Yeah, that's right. And really looking for Embos here to step it up. He had an amazing triple kill against Curse New York in that domination game. That, I would say, kind of, you know, put them way over the edge on that one with that victory, or with that triple kill, I should say, thus giving them the victory. Look for him to be a big factor here today. Of course, I always am a little concerned about Embos' consistency, and I think Complexity is going to look to take advantage of that weakness if it presents itself.
Yeah, I definitely think that they're going to try and do that. But again, for me, I have to bring on what myself and Gandhi were talking about yesterday. Complexity just didn't look as if they were, you know, in full momentum. They weren't really in that last gear. They were very sort of casual, very relaxed. They were just playing to get the win, you know, getting the job done, which is fair enough. That's all they needed to do, get the job done, qualify for LA. But you know, now this is where it becomes pride. You do not want to lose. A big rivalry between Complexity and OpTic Gaming, and you know, a lot on the line. In terms of that rivalry, neither team wants to lose to the opposition. You know, both of them came out and were like, no, we're winning this game. This is ours to win.
Yeah, no, I actually had a conversation with Teep right beforehand and right before the game, and I said, how you feeling? He's like, you know what, we're not gonna lose. Period. And that's just the confidence that Complexity has, but also they have to have that going up against OpTic. They, you know, obviously the crowd favorites, whether it's online or even in the event. And they know that Domination Freight, is, of course, the first one for Game 1 is going to be super important. Set the pace and momentum for this game. And it seems like we're about to begin here in just a second. Benson, who do you want to kick it off with?
I really want to see OpTic Gaming straight off the bat because their domination this event has looked very, very good. I've been really impressed with everything I've seen from them, but it's worth mentioning again, the emphasis on this game. The loser of this is going to meet one of Europe's top teams in LA, so realistically there is so much on the line.
All right, well, let's go ahead and kick it off with the Ginger Ninja Scump as he's able to get a kill. 2 down right away as Nate Shot opens it up with a double kill, and that's going to be a good look for them as they continue to press on toward B. And OpTic Gaming gets control of A and B right away, establishing that control. Great knife out of Scump there, and again, just that momentum that OpTic Gaming feeds off of here at Full Sail has really come full circle, if you will, for the squad.
Yeah, I mean, you could see the players just before the game kicked off, Clayster getting his team pumped up, and that's what he's known for, and he's had a great start, 3-0. Scump as well, still on your screen, 2-0. And right now he's just rotating around towards that C flag. Actually has someone directly behind him, he's not to know, and he is going to get taken down, but still OpTic with that control. However, look at what's going on that A flag. It is being taken.
That's right, Complexity actually working on a triple cap right now. B is going to get neutralized. A is currently going to get taken, but Nate Shot, very heads-up play, making a way over to C. Unfortunately gets picked off there. That was a good read out of Complexity. They are going to have that split spawn as we jump over to Embos. Let's see what he's going to do as he continues to work front white and just navigate by B, finding a player in front of him. Embos moving in, going for the double, but gets picked off in turn. And it's going to be left up to Scump to see if he can continue to hold this off here in the middle while his teammates are going to spread out and see if they can get a home flag.
OpTic really do need to push back and grab that A flag, but Scump needs to hold this right-hand side. There's going to be a couple of players rushing him. There was 3, and Karma gets the reflex knife there. Bit of a panic reaction maybe, but he got the kill, so nicely done from him. And it looks as well like Complexity have jumped straight back on that B flag, and they are going to be taking it, so OpTic need to try and react.
That's right, of course. At the start of this one, super close. I mean, it's going to be, what, a 2-point differential between these two teams, which is exactly what we expected to start. Both teams getting those warm-ups in, but for the first match, it's always both teams just going to feel each other out, see what each other is going to do as we take a look at Clayster now. He's going to continue to hold down over by the crates. Aches, on the other hand, we're going to jump over to Complexity, give them some love. As we look at TP 3-7, which is something that we don't see from Teep quite a bit. Of course, he has been a very dominant Slayer, but it seems like Teep spoke too soon as he picks up 2 kills and an assist there, and Complexity are beginning to gain that momentum. TP finding another, unfortunately gets picked off there, but a good run for Teep nonetheless.
Yeah, that was really nice plays. Now, Crimbot on your screen. Scump's going to outshoot him there, so nicely played from Scump, and still a very, very close game, 39-34. I'm looking at TP, picks up 1. Can he find the second? Gets support there from his teammates, and that's going to be 3 OpTic Gaming players down. It's going to be down to Nature to try and make some defensive plays. Just needs to try and hold on to that A flag till his teammates do spawn in. As now you can see Complexity really going to start put the pressure on. TP being very aggressive indeed.
Yeah, and TP probably would have caught maybe a double on that one, but he turned away at the, and it's that Call of Duty timing, man, that would just come back and bite you, man. But it is what it is. Aches gets taken out, back over to Karma. He's going to watch by B. He's taking some shots. One player for OpTic Gaming making his way toward B. It seems like they're going to make something happen, but Aches with the assist there, working with his team to see if they can secure that, and they do, as they continue to hold back OpTic Gaming, score 55-42, and Complexity just continues to add on the points, Benson.
Yeah, this is looking really good. Last minute and a half now of game time. Aches just desperately trying to pick up that kill, needs to reload, and he's getting challenged. Gets the reload, gets the kill on Scump. That was sensational play from Aches. Looks towards the B flag. Not going to be able to pick that one up, though. Nate Shot managed to pick up the kill there. 2 players down for both teams. And now I'm really looking for OpTic to just try and step things up now in the last minute. Complexity still with that 2-1 flag advantage, and OpTic really just need to step into that next gear.
That's right, and you have to think when it comes to Complexity and how they want to make a statement in domination, because a lot of people have told me, and I've seen it as well, you know, domination is a good game type here for OpTic Gaming.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they definitely perform well in it, and if you catch them off guard and you catch them, you know, and get that momentum, I should say, I don't know how OpTic will be able to answer back, but then you see that they managed to get 3 down. Crim6, last man standing here. They end up losing the B flag, which has happened at the perfect time, honestly, because they're going to be able to at least hold down a couple of points leading into the half. And it's going to be about 34 seconds remaining. Crim6 by White looking to push out. 2 players of OpTic Gaming going to be down, and Complexity going right after B. They neutralize it, and they cap it for the final 30 seconds.
It was a good trade-off there from Nature, though. He rotated all the way towards that A flag, managed to cap it in the last couple of seconds. And this is now just about, can you try and reduce Complexity's lead? But look at this, Complexity now pushing for the trip cap of their own in the last 10 seconds. There's a player on A and a player on C. OpTic managed to just defend that A flag, but C should fall Complexity just going to get themselves a little bit of a boost. It's 20 points right now, and you've got to say they have played this very, very well.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a 20-point lead here for Complexity going into the half. OpTic Gaming, you know, I got to give it to Scump. He showed up 15-11. No one really from OpTic struggling. It was just Complexity outplaying them in the key moments there, and then they were able to rack up a lot of points. Big credit to Crim6, though, 17-11. Of course, the Crim bot doing what he does best, slaying.
He's continuing from where he left off yesterday, because yesterday, the last couple of games, he really heated up. He was dropping some serious numbers, and he just seemed to be in full rhythm. But what's worrying me a little bit for this Complexity lineup is their search and destroy. Yesterday wasn't the best. So, you know, thinking about that second map, OpTic, you know, they do have the potential chance of getting back into it. But as you so rightfully said, their domination has looked so good this event that if Complexity can take that away from them, they can really just put a damper on their momentum straight off the bat.
That's very true. It's very true. The domination game was what gave them those victories against Curse New York yesterday. You know, and that was a big kicker there for OpTic Gaming. But Complexity knows that. They know that, so that's why they. And I talked with Steve that same conversation. We were talking about that match against OpTic and how he felt about it. He said, you know, we're fluky in domination. We don't know. It's hit or miss. We're not sure if, you know, one day we're gonna, like, who's gonna step up. I mean, and again, it speaks to the talent of this team when anyone can step up at any point in time.
That's the big thing.
But you know, again, it was like fluky. Complexity, domination, really?
Doesn't seem right to say.
But they definitely came out strong here against OpTic Gaming. 20-point lead going into the half. Now, of course, if you're an OpTic fan, this is when you get vocal. This is when you cheer your team and show them your support. And if you're a Complexity fan, you do the same exact thing there. You hope to see if they can continue to hold this one down. Matches beginning. Who are your players to watch going into this half?
You know, you have to watch Crim6 again, because if you can continue with that slaying power, he's just going to deny OpTic any map presence at all, and they're just going to lock down everything. And then, you know, you look at OpTic, this is now where they need those objective plays coming in. They need Nature, they need Embers to be working it as a lethal unit, you know, and the slaying power, the hype as well. Clayster and Scump, get loud, get vocal, get pumped up. This is a game that they really do need to win, because you do not want one of Europeans' powerhouses in your group over in LA. That's just not going to do you any favors if you want a good chance of winning some serious money.
All right, well, let's go ahead, kick it off with Crim6 as Complexity is going to push out, and we'll see how Crim6 and the Complexity guys do on the break here, and then join OpTic in a little bit. Great shot there from Crim, an amazing read, finding another one right at top red, and he manages to get a double kill on that one. Oh, runs out of bullets. That seems to be the only way you can stop him there, yet he drops back. Teammates on B. They manage to get this one right away, and Crim6 gets the Avenger for that with that plus 200, and Crim is rolling here as he continues to pick up more kills, but he is met by an OpTic member from behind.
Yeah, I thought for a minute there he was going to try and turn on Scump. That would have been ridiculous, but sadly wasn't to be. And
you don't turn on Scump. It's very hard to do so.
I mean, Crim continuing that rampage from that last side. TP on your screen now. Picks up one back lumber. Couldn't pick up the second note.
Let's see what's up with the boys in OpTic Gaming. Hop on board with Scump, because Scump had a, again, like we mentioned, you don't turn on Scump. So we'll see if he can lead this team to victory here. It's 2-1 presently. You got Embos and Clay. Clay actually 0-5, which is something you don't see every day. And Embos now 0-4. Not the start that they were looking for, especially when they're down plus 20.
Yeah, they really need to be racking up some kills, because what Complexity are going to do is just outslay. It becomes as simple as that. And when you're getting outslayed, it's very difficult to jump on those flags and try and get yourself back into a game of domination. And right now, you know, you have to think as well, something that we didn't really mention, Clayster going up against his former team as well. You know, how is that going to have an effect? Last time he did this, he was under the TK organization.
That's right.
They actually lost. It was pretty emphatic victory, to be fair to Complexity. Is that going to start playing on his mind? You know, playing against his old team, they were so dominant as a 4. Obviously, he got dropped. They picked up Karma, and they kind of just continued on with the rampage.
Well, you know, if anyone knows how Complexity plays, without a doubt, it's Clay, and that's going to be 4 down there as Embos is off for the respawn. He's 1-6. You got Clay 1-7. Bose, though, looking to get something going as he gets that first kill on Teep, but Aches right away with the stop. Aches is 8-3. This is the Aches that we're used to seeing, where he's energetic, he's in your face, and he's just causing a lot of problems. He's definitely shown up here, hopping on board with Nade Shot now as he's going to push right toward B, finding one player right by the bottom fire. He's going to wait this one out, see if anyone's going to be top, actually second story red. And there will be no one in the vicinity, but there's going to be someone behind him, though. Teammate's going to be there for the pickup, and Nade Shot continuing to advance forward, trying to get into the crates of OpTic Gaming, or of Complexity, as we hop on board with Complexity's Aches. Let's see what he's doing right.
right now it looks as if he's doing pretty much everything right when you look at that scoreboard. 9-3 picks up the assist as well on B flag, and you know, OpTic have managed to get control of that B flag, but Ace turns the corner, picks up Embo's, desperately trying to seek out for anybody else. His teammates putting a lot of pressure on the B flag, and this is where the out-slaying just really does come in handy. You know, if you can just slay the opposition off that flag, it makes it so easy while you're trying to cap it. Two Complexity players now making their way towards that B flag. One player already on it. Ace is going to track back, try and help his team out. Where's one? Couldn't pick up the second, but that flag is neutral, and that's a good thing for Complexity right now.
Yeah, that's right. Complexity currently going to be leading by 42 points here in this domination matchup. 1 minute and 47 seconds left. I have to ask you, Ben, is it triple cap time? Is that what you have to think if you're OpTic Gaming?
Oh, without a doubt. At this point, you need to really put some pressure on. But for me, the big thing now is they just need to try and just win those gunfights. It really is as simple as that, because right now they're just getting outshot absolutely everywhere, as Aix still on that rampage. 13-4, looking to make it 14-4. Thought he reloaded, but sadly didn't. Embo is going to make him pay the price for that. Nice place from him. And, you look at that kill column, and right now, even the kill feed, everything is just Complexity, and they are just stepping up to that next level that we see them do time and time again.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump on board with Nade Shot here for the last minute to see if they're going to be able to rally the troops together and make something happen. B is currently going to be neutral, but the score is going to be 42 still. Bear that in mind, so they have a tough road in front of them. 58 seconds left on the clock. They got to do something now, and honestly, I don't know if they're going to be able to, especially with the way that Complexity has just been meeting them at the mid non-stop, not giving them any kind of space to advance, Ben.
Yeah, and they've played it so smart. You know, Complexity recognized, hey, as long as that B flag's neutral, it's all good. So all they're doing is just slaying OpTic off it every time they go towards it, and you can just see that kill feed. I mean, Ace actually killed Karma by accident there. Nade Shot's now really needs to try and make some plays. Doesn't matter. That is going to be map number 1 going over Complexity.
Complexity showing up here, man. I mean, they
really did.
You know, when I spoke to Teep, I was like, I don't know, OpTic Gaming, they proved me wrong, because I had them in those in the brackets to fall to Curse New York. That almost happened, and I was like, hey, you know, they're showing up, man. Nade Shot performed really well yesterday. Scumpy's on fire. Clayster's getting vocal. Embos is performing. They're running on all cylinders, and Teep's like, oh no, we know we're not taking them lightly. Yeah. We're going to make sure that we play them as if it's a championship match, as always, because that's what you got to do at any point in time. So Complexity takes game 1.
Yeah, really nice plays coming from them. And you're right, you have to take it seriously. You cannot take this team lightly, because they are a team that can really turn things around. But for me now, the big thing is, can OpTic come back in the search and destroy? Because as I said, Complexity not really been playing amazing search and destroy, not their amazing search and destroy that we used to. So they have been kind of slipping up a little bit. OpTic though, you know, same can be said with their search and destroy. So the pressure really on. And this is going to be a big map now in deciding who takes this series. That's
right, guys. So we're going to go to a commercial break. Can OpTic Gaming answer back on Octane Search and Destroy, or will Complexity find themselves 2-0? We'll find out after this.